Hello everyone. In this video, I will share some useful tips and strategies to help you with your trading. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, I'd like to review the USDJPY chart from the past few days and discuss the outlook for the future. Before we begin, let me explain two key points about my analysis method. The first point is multi-time frame analysis. To confirm the long-term trend, I start by analyzing the weekly chart, followed by the daily 4-hour and 1-hour charts. Checking the long-term trend is essential in trading. When making an entry, I also analyze the 15-minute and 5-minute charts. Let's dive into the USDJPY chart and break down last week's price action. The yellow vertical line shows where the market opened last Monday. This week, the market opened with a significant gap down, about 100 pips, driven by recent comments from former President Trump. As a result, volatility in the FX market has increased. In these conditions, it's especially important to be cautious with entries. After the gap, price retraced and filled the space, forming a correction within the larger trend. Then we saw a clear rejection at the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern, leading to a new bearish move. Here's a screenshot from the USDJPY Outlook video I posted last Saturday. It played out exactly as anticipated. After that, the correction moved up but was capped at the 4-hour lower high, and the price dropped again. This move also followed the scenario we discussed last week. A trend shift on the 15-minute chart confirmed the reversal, and that's where a short entry became valid. Placing a stop above the 4-hour high allowed for a solid risk-to-reward setup. Partial profit could have been taken here, where price stalled. Let's now take a step back and analyze the market from the weekly chart. The purple line marks a key swing low, and since price hasn't broken below it, we can say the weekly trend is still bullish. However, this deep pullback and the failure to make new highs suggest that selling pressure is increasing. We've had two consecutive bearish candles, and going forward, we may see either a three-wave correction or a new bullish leg if price finds support and reverses. Moving on to the daily chart, we're clearly in a downtrend. Price was strongly rejected at the previous lower high, forming a large bearish candle. This indicates strong selling momentum. You can also draw a downward trend line here. As long as price stays below this trend line, there's potential for further downside, even if there are short-term rallies. For bullish setups, it would be safer to wait for a breakout above this trend line. This applies to the 4-hour chart as well. We've drawn a similar trend line, and unless price breaks above it, buying should be avoided. On the 4-hour time frame, the market is still in a downtrend. The lower high is here, and until that level is broken, this current correction could easily turn into another drop. To sum up, the weekly chart shows no clear direction. The daily and 4-hour charts are both in a downtrend. Looking ahead to next week, while it may be tempting to short, it might be wiser to look for potential buy opportunities. We could see price retrace and fill in this area, potentially forming a head and shoulders pattern. However, shorting from the current level is risky, as a retracement could occur first. If you're planning to enter short, wait for another correction and a trend shift on the lower time frame. The green level here may act as resistance. This leg and this leg are equal in size, so if price bounces at this zone, we might see a symmetrical triangle form. Because the daily and 4-hour trends are still bearish, don't rush into longs. Instead, watch for a bounce at the weekly support level. If that happens, confirm the trend shift on lower timeframes before entering. Also, check if price has broken above the trend lines on the daily and 4-hour charts, or shows a strong chance of doing so, before pulling the trigger on any long setups. How did you find today's analysis? If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I hope your trades go smoothly and successfully. Best of luck.